Question is that I have about the Saturn. You said in the workshop that Saturn moved into Capricorn, and it basically it means like a collective Saturn return. I know that my Saturn, my personal Saturn, is also in Capricorn, so I moved also in my personal Saturn return, and I'm wondering what that means. So I have my personal Saturn return, and on a collective level there's a Saturn return. Does it have any impact, influence, or how does it work?
Okay. So basically, Saturn returning for you or for the universe, what you are always going to look at it from your own personal, individual point of view. But universally, what we can say is like, okay, there can be some major changes happening around the globe, a major flow, a major, chain of events happening. Okay, a major because everybody's the entire world is going to be more karmic right now. Okay, so everything will be very much scrutinized. Everything will be very much judged. Everything will be approved and everything. So that's happening at the universal level. Also at your individual level, something similar will start happening, where you are going to get judged by yourself maybe, or by other people, or where you are going to be working even harder to achieve your karma. If you have been neglecting your karma, they will come back. So especially with the house in which your Saturn is. So if your Saturn is in the 5th house, it will be different. If you had Saturn is in the 7th house, it will be different. If it's in the 10th house, it will be different. And also the sign. So if you're saying that your Saturn Tranist is happening now, so yours is in the sign of Capricorn. So, but in the house, then we have to see in which house. Is it in the 1st house, 5th, whatever house. And the major events can be connected with that particular house, and also the houses where Saturn is aspecting, and also other houses as well. But that house particularly needs a lot of attention, needs a lot of nourishment, needs a lot of taking care of, because that's where Saturn is observing you from. So if it's in your 4th house of your mother, of your home, of your boundaries, of your country, motherland and everything, those are the areas from where you're going to get calling from. Those are the areas from where you have to pay some debts, or you will receive. If you have been all these years of your life, if you have been like really giving out a lot, so this is the time when you start receiving. If you've been just taking, this is the time when you start giving. So this is how it is going to be, working for you. But basically, it will want you to put your learning into action. So if you have been learning how to become a healer or an astrologer, so this is the time when you have to put that healing into action for yourself and for outside world as well. Okay. Is that the answer to your question?
Yeah. Can I ask one more thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that so? Why is the Saturn return on a collective level in Capricorn? Why not in Sagittarius, or why not in Cancer?
It's a sign ruled by Saturn. It's his home sign.
Saturn is Capricorn.
Yeah, Saturn rules the sign of Capricorn. So if we imagine the birth of Saturn, so it was born in the sign of Capricorn. So it has come back to its own home.
Okay.
Saturn also rules the sign of Aquarius. So he will be at home for a very long time. Yeah. So that's why the preparation becomes, or the reason why there's so much of panic and everything, because it's a long-term movement. It's going to remain like this for a long time.
For how long?
Well, you can say for 5 years.
Okay.
In fact, actually more than that, but 5 years. So there's going to be major change in our lives.
No.
But this is a single point of view from where we are looking, because Saturn is not the only planet which is going to influence what goes on in our life. There are other planets as well. Then there's also the dasha that you're running, the adasha and the anudasha that you're running, and the transit of other planets, and also your own karma. But basically, this is a time when you should focus on your karma. And like I said, Saturn seems unforgiving, Saturn seems cold, Saturn seems mature, but that is not who he really is. Saturn is the sign of Capricorn, is pure feminine energy. This is a feminine sign, and it's an earth sign. Yes, it's feminine. So Saturn is feminine. But Saturn's femininity is not the feminine that you can expect from some other sign. Because Saturn is a mature woman. It's not a girl, young girl, or in her mid-30s or mid-40s, no. Saturn is a mature woman. Okay, so she has the feminine energy because she is able to nourish other people. Saturn is like that. Saturn, and especially when you have Saturn in your houses of relationships, you see that Saturn does not give you a relationship, but when it gives you a relationship, it wants you to keep it. It creates situations for you to keep it. Because it does not. It is a mature woman. It knows what it takes to get into that relationship, the importance of it. So here it becomes like a mother, but actually a grandmother or a witch doctor.
The crown.
The priestess. So that's why this feminine sign, this feminine energy of Saturn needs to be learned and needs to be used properly. Because otherwise it can be very chaotic. Like if you are around a very mature woman, you can feel very controlled. You can feel very uncomfortable. But the moment you start loving her, you see her pattern, you see, wow, she is actually protecting me. She's actually doing everything so that I can achieve so much. So that is what the sign of Capricorn and Saturn moving in there is going to do for all of us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow
Yeah.
in your class.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.